Pages 22 and 23, by Sweethearts, the Man in the Moon. They are introducing accidentals. Of course, you've already had some accidentals. The sharp and the flat, when they put it in front of a note, it's an accidental. Now they're telling you about the natural sign. I've spoken about natural signs before. Now they're giving them to you. So a natural sign in front of a sharp or flat, or front of a note, means you play the note directly, not sharp or flat. It takes away the sharp or flat, or whatever it is. For instance, third line down on page 22. Third line, third measure. See it? We have an E, an E flat, and now an E natural. The natural takes the flat away. If the natural wasn't there, that flat sign would still apply because the third E is in the same measure, and the flat takes from that point to the rest of the measure. So they have to put in a natural there if they want an E natural. You get it again, the first measure of the last line on page 22. You see the D's? Got a natural in front of the third D to take away that D flat, the flat on the, well, you get the idea. And that's what a natural does. So, let's try this. It's a 3/4 time. In the first line, when you see where the D sharp is, the measure where the D sharp is, it's like the second full measure or the third measure. You're not staying in a nice, neat 5-finger position because these sharps and flats can mess things up, and this does. So that C is your thumb, the D is the index finger, but then the D sharp is going to be the middle finger. And then the fourth finger is going to play the E. Well, in this middle C position, fourth finger will play F. See, the idea of having these positions is just a guide to get you going, but the fingers could end up playing whatever. So don't let that throw you saying, no, I can't do that because that's not in the position. Where you're getting out of the positions are just a temporary thing to help you out. It's like a crutch. It helps you to start. But once it gets going, who knows what's going to happen. So you're going to play the E with the fourth finger. They're next to the last measure of the first line, page 22. The E is with the fourth finger because you used the third finger on the D sharp right in front of it. You're not going to use the second finger on both D and D sharp because you can't connect them if you do that. And we want them connected. It's slurred. It's smooth. So you got to do it that way. Now, look at the next to the last measure of the second line. You just finished that same pattern. So you're using fourth finger on the E. Now you're going to use that fourth finger on E again, and the first measure of the third line, the F gets played with a fifth finger. Well, in a C position that you were in, you know, normally the F would be played with the fourth finger. But that's tough because you're a little out of position because of the D sharp messed you up. But at the end of the phrase, when you start the next phrase, then you can go back into your position. So on the third line down, first measure, the little finger is playing the F. So you're a little bit out of position. Where you wanted to be, you're not. You're actually here, but okay. So you finish the phrase, and then you can go back, and now you're back in C position for the second measure. So you're back where you belong. It's just things don't always fit real neatly. You have to kind of massage them a little bit, and that's what's happening here, so be prepared for that. There's a couple other little fingering trickeries going on in this you need to be aware of. Take a look at the bottom of page 22. That last line is a little weird because you're playing the D at the third finger, where in position you'd be playing the D with the second finger. So what's going on? Simple. If you played the D with the first finger, then you'd have to play the D flat with the thumb. It's a little awkward. The thumb is short. Playing a thumb on a black note, we do it if we have to. We avoid it if we can. So we don't want to do that. So instead of that, we just play it with the third finger so we can use the second finger on the D flat. Okay, it's just a temporary thing to get us through that. Now, in the last measure, you're playing the A with the third finger's fine. Then we're going to play the A flat with the fourth finger and the G with the fifth. Where normally the G would be with the fourth, but the A flat messes that all up. So we. But then on the first measure on page 23, we go back to the fourth immediately, and the next G is played with the fourth finger. So starting at the end of page 22, you're doing that. Now that works fine. It's normal in piano playing if you have two notes of the same, or two notes of the same pitch, the same key. You can use different fingers to play each one. It's actually a good fingering to do that. So that's fine. Like so, just point those little things out because it will happen. We're starting to massage our fingers a little bit and get out of that comfortable 5-finger position. Give you 2 counts, we'll come in together. Middle C position to start. Ready, go. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1.